Hello, this is Ross Marquand. I'm here with Don. Want to say hi to Jimmy, Casey, Steven from the Dead Truth Podcast.
What's up, guys? I'm Jimmy from the Dead True Podcast.
It's Casey.
It's Dawn.
It is Esteban.
On my shirt too.
Yes, sir. I still got to get my Casey one, man.
Right?
I want to collect everybody. I'm gonna get everybody, man.
I got you.
Absolutely.
So how's
I
it?
gotta get my Casey one, man.
Oh,
My bad.
that's Steven.
Yeah.
It's all good.
So we want to share too that we're at episode 95. So we're 5 weeks away from our big 100th episode. And I want you all the viewers to watch because we're going to have something special and we're going to have a giveaway. So keep on the lookout for that.
Don,
Nice.
we already got a fan question for you.
What?
Why is Rick in the corner?
He's hiding my stack of clothes that I am sorting to take to the camp, and I didn't want you all to see them.
It's a surprise.
Yes.
See who asked.
Love our listeners. They're so awesome. They notice things.
Yeah, that was one of the first things we said too.
Yeah, we did too. Yeah, the pre-show. We're like, Don,
Yes.
what's going on?
You
I've
got-
never seen Rick so small, so I was just making sure everything was okay.
Yeah.
He's usually back or something. I didn't know. What was
Right? No, nobody puts Rick in the corner.
I was just thinking that.
Oh man. Were you gonna ask how's the weekend, Jimmy?
Oh yeah, how's everybody's week went?
It's been good. I'm tired. I've been traveling. It's been
Whatever. Casey's been eating all this food and the beach.
It was nice. It was nice.
Yeah, so where'd you go there, Casey?
So I went to Atlanta Thursday and Friday for a church conference for because I'm the broadcast director at our church. You know, I run the switcher and I operate the cameras and all that. So it was like a convention or a conference where other, tech people, get together and network and see how they do things at other churches. So, and it's really hard to go to Atlanta and not stop by Sonoy. I gotta say, I don't like doing that.
Really upset you never come back.
It's very rare that I go to Atlanta and not swing by Sonoy. But then, yeah, I came back Friday and then we had to head to Daytona Beach the next day because my nephew got married. So yeah, we were down in Daytona Beach for 2 days. So
like a bad thing. That's pretty awesome.
right, yeah.
Congratulations to him.
Yeah, it was great. It was great. Very, very beautiful wedding. So glad I got to be a part of it.
What about
I think
you?
us three just got to work all weekend.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
How
there
about
was no beach in my weekend at all.
No ocean view, huh?
No.
I
The only ocean view was through Casey's post, man.
Right? Oh yeah, that food I posted.
Oh
that
my
was-
gosh.
Man, that was some seafood right there. Woo!
Yeah, Barb asked, did we see the moon last night? It's pretty awesome.
I totally missed it.
I
didn't-
missed it too.
I only saw it this morning with my feed was full of pictures, man.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. Like I watched it all the way go to eclipse, and I was like, I'm going to bed. Pretty awesome. I got there.
Did you get some pictures, Jimmy?
Yeah, if you look at my Facebook, they're up there.
All right, yeah.
They're up there.
Yeah, I felt disconnected
yeah.
these last 4 days because I didn't really look at the news and look at my feed much.
It's kind of nice, man. Anybody out there that I don't know, I hadn't been on Facebook too much here lately. I've been trying to take a little break from everything, and it's kind of nice to take a little break.
Yeah, totally. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
It is. Sometimes I stay away from Facebook for a couple of days just to kind of revamp because it does come overwhelming.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah. Jennifer says the same thing. I hear you.
Oh, what y'all talking about? It's the most peaceful place on earth. That and Tweeter.
Tweeter.
Nice. Nice.
So how was your weekend, Don?
Work. I'm getting all these work in this work weekend so I can be off next Wednesday.
That's right.
I'll be gone a week.
There you go.
Can't wait.
Yeah, I'm ready. I can't wait.
What's that? Where y'all going to?
Oh, this little place called, the camp.
The camp.
Yeah, you may have heard about it.
You just camp there?
Yeah. The camp.
Man, I've got a bunch of I don't think I'm gonna do it tomorrow, and I'll send you guys the video too, and maybe we can post it on our Facebook. But I've got a lot of footage from the first camp that I never did anything with. I don't know.
Well,
I don't know why.
I think me and Casey are going to go live because you two are going to be doing tours, and hopefully you guys
We'll still be in and out though.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we want to interview you viewers. We don't want to interview the stars. Of course, we'll interview them if they're there, but we want to know your reaction to the camp and where you're from and all that stuff. So come over and interact with us.
How would everybody feel if we all went live like we do now, but we're together? We could probably get one of the conference rooms there off in the corner. And
well, if we can, that would be awesome.
Casey sounds like just a man to set it up too, man. He sounds like I didn't know we had the tech whiz up there.
Right? Yeah, Kevin are behind the scenes.
Oh yeah, Kevin and Casey.
He'll be there.
Double whammy.
Yes.
Yeah.
It'll be cool. So yeah, we're hoping to have some mics there, some cameras. And yeah, I definitely want to interact with everyone.
Yeah.
I will interview actual fans too, right?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Oh yeah,
that's
totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
Oh yeah.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just us four talking to each other.
Want to get y'all's testimonies about the camp, about Walking Dead family, anything.
Yeah,
We'll talk about whatever you want to talk about.
Right?
Who you excited most to see at the camp?
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think
Regina's ready.
Steven wanted to kind of us to tell about ourselves to the new fans that actually watching us for the first time or maybe watched us for the last couple of weeks. So if you want to go ahead and do that, Steven, you can go ahead and introduce yourself.
Oh wow. You gonna put me on the
You gotta
spot like that?
Throw it on.
The floor is yours.
I'll keep it nice and brief. My full name is Stephen LeBron Sweet. I'm just playing. So no, I'm Steven. I'm sure a lot of you know us already, but there are some that are new viewers. So I'm like Jimmy, we're the tour guides. I do tours in Sonoy. Jimmy does tours in Harrelson. And let's see, I got the ultimate fan experience. I'd already went to all the cons and stuff. I've been a Walking Dead head for a long time. Love the comics because they took place in Georgia. Was excited when I knew the show was going to be set in Georgia and then found out it was going to be filmed in Georgia. So I don't know. I got into it and I didn't realize, you could go just be a background extra on the show. I thought that was something you had to audition for. I didn't think, anybody could just submit and stuff like that. So pretty much bugged them until they let me get to be an extra in season 7. So I was one of Negan's saviors at the sanctuary in season 7.
So cool.
So that was that's just kind of like the ultimate checklist right there for me. It's a fan experience. I'm not an actor. I don't want to be an actor, but I like to get out to my favorite productions and maybe jump in the background just to say I did it.
Listen, I ain't being humble. He worked with Tom Cruise.
Right.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
America.
that.
I love that.
Tom Cruise. Okay, I got you.
Big timer.
And Donald Glover. Donald Glover was pretty awesome too.
Ooh, what'd you work with him on?
Yeah, I was in Atlanta on FX. I actually had a featured role on that, but the thing was you didn't see my face. I had on a giant baby mask. Yeah, I'll have to.
Cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, one of these days I'll dig up a picture or something.
Yeah.
I think I have a reel somewhere.
I learned something new.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Mr. Casey. Introduce yourself, buddy.
Yes, I am Casey. And for those who don't know me, I'm just a fan just like you are.
Casey is the king of cool.
Right?
And you've been around for a long time.
I am. I'm old. No, yeah.
Only
I
in
mean,
Walking Dead years. Only in Walking Dead years.
you're right. I hear you. No, I'm a huge zombie fan, prior to all this Walking Dead stuff. Grew up watching, George Romero, loved Night of the Living Dead, both the original and the 90s remake. I see Casey Jerry in the comments. So yeah, when I went to Comic-Con San Diego 2010, heard about this Walking Dead thing coming out. I never read the comics because actually I was not a fan of the comics because it was black and white, and I was like, yeah, that looks kind of boring. Little did I know, I read it later, and it's a very good comic. But yeah, when I heard the show was coming out and I saw the set that they had there, I was very interested. So I've been watching it live since the beginning, and then around season 2, I found out they literally film it in my backyard, 3 hours north of me. So, I visited Sonoy a couple times, eventually finally ran into Jimmy, and he invited me to stalk with him, do some walker stalking. And I mean, yeah, we've been friends for like 10 years now, and so we not only we stalk, but we always hang out, and I've been with him through ups and downs, and honored to call him a friend. And so, yeah, like I said, I was just a fan. The Walking Dead family has been amazing, and I'm just glad to be a part of it. I've done all the cons. I think I was one of the first people that toured in Harrelson, where Jimmy's at, even before it was a tour company. So I kind of just got in, and, obviously I was a fan of the show, and I wanted to see where all the shows were filmed, but I really wanted to get to know the people. Why did they like it? What did they do before the show? Because like when I first went to Sonoy, there's only like 2 or 3 stores open, and now you go to a main street and it's full of life, and it just looks completely different than when I saw it 10 years ago.
Man, it's crazy. I used to know
right?
the statistics. And I've forgotten them, but it was something like, oh man, what is it? It was like back then there was, and this is not counting just downtown, this is in the city limits. I think it was like 30 to 40 businesses, and then now there's 200 plus.
Wow, that's crazy.
And that's like, it might not even be in the city limits. I don't know where those statistics came from, but I've read them somewhere.
Sure.
Hey, just for the record, we having a lot of hearts and thumbs ups and stuff. Look like a freaking fireworks.
Pretty awesome. Thanks for the hearts, guys.
Yeah, thank y'all so much. I'm just glad to be a part of it, and I'm definitely fortunate that I am only 3 hours away and I get to see this cool stuff. And I just try to support all the stores. Like when I go to Sonoy, I try to eat at the different places and visit the stores and try to buy something because I want to help stir the economy there. I backed Walker Stalker, even though that was turned into not being such a great con. It's got its bad rap, but I backed that first one on Kickstarter. I just wanted to help contribute and get this Walking Dead thing going. So when Jimmy asked me to be on the podcast with him, a little over a year now, I was like, yeah, sure, I'd love to be a part of that. I was so glad he asked me, and here we are, episode 95. It's crazy.
Yeah. We love you too, Christy. Miss Dawn, go ahead and you introduce yourself, honey.
Oh, goodness. I'm going to be boring compared to you guys.
No, just make it up as you go along. That's what I do.
There you go. Well, I think it was like 2017 or the beginning of 2018 when I'm a newbie that I started watching The Walking Dead because I always worked on Sundays, and I'm the type of person, I won't start something unless I watch it from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And my brother kept saying, Dawn, you have to watch the show. Dawn, you have to watch the show. And I'm like, no, it's about zombies. What can it be about? Even though I love horror, I've always been a horror fan. And so I watched it, and he's like, watch the first 3 episodes. And if you don't like it, don't watch it. So I was hooked. I mean, I binged it. Like I was watching it until 2 a.m. and getting up at 6, 7 and watching it again. and I've been hooked ever since. And then when COVID happened, I started researching. You know, I've never researched a show as much as I have this TV show. Of all TV shows I've watched all my life. So I started researching like where it was filmed. And then I found out Robert Kirkman was from Kentucky. And I'm like, well, I'm in Kentucky, you know?
That's crazy.
So, you know, and I'm going down there. I'm going to go look. Like, you only live once. This is COVID. You might not get to go anywhere again. So I was like, I got my sister-in-law and we went down there. We stayed at Morgan's apartment. And then that's when Colin told me about, he took me on a 8-hour tour, which was awesome. And he told me about the podcast. And that's how I met Jimmy and Dustin. And then me and Jimmy he's like one of my best friends now for like over a year now. Has it been that long? Gosh. And then also I'm an admin of Walking Dead Freaking Amazing, which I do all the games and the trivia and the locations.
Look, she didn't say nothing about meeting me, man. Not a
I'm
word.
Not done. Well, you were there. It was Colin. But I fell in love with locations after Colin took me on that tour. Yes. It was just like I became part of the show. I felt like I was in the show.
Yes.
And
I got to say, you're probably our only 8. No, you were most definitely the only 8-hour tour that's ever been done on with our company, at least, or with any company I've ever worked for.
That is awesome.
Yeah, he picked us up and we were going, like, he took us to Atlanta. I mean, we were everywhere. Harrelson. Only place we didn't go was Griffin.
So, wow.
But a lot of the time, 8 hours was driving. You got to think of that. 2 hours was Atlanta and back because he took us to Terminus and everything. But but it's just became a part of my life, and I've met the best family, the best friends. Awesome Dad. Barb has become one of my best friends. Melissa, Carol, Eliza, there's so many I can name, but we keep in contact every day. It's just something about The Walking Dead. It just brings everybody together.
I agree.
I can't explain it. It's like the most amazing. I mean, do you all know another show that's like brought people together like this? All walks of life.
I never thought I would be doing a podcast on any particular show.
Oh, absolutely not.
Before The Walking Dead started. And I mean, back in the day, I used to wish to do a podcast like this. So I'm more than grateful to.
Right.
But what I love about it is, like, think about like the background actors, like another show that, you know, we like love our background actors. Like, we celebrate them. What other TV show do you know that does that? Like, it's amazing. It's an amazing family.
I agree.
I guess I'll go ahead and go. My name is Jimmy. I'm a tour guide in Harrelson, and like Steven said,
best. He's the best, man.
The best.
I basically started out doing the Walking Dead stuff on accident. I was working at the high school where Otis died, and I watched that. And I don't know that there are a couple of people told me I needed to watch it since it was filmed there, and I'm like, I don't watch zombies. That's okay. I started watching. I was like, wow, this is really good. So I remember talking to my ex, and I'm like, hey, I'm gonna go watch filming. And we went out to the actual Coel Tanks, which is Merle and Daryl's fight scene. And I remember going out there, and we met Lori Holden and Ritas and a couple other people. And we were so scared back then we wouldn't get pictures with them. It was kind of so I was really nervous. And you know, I started following a little more from there. And I remember I knew a lady that worked for Jim's Sales named Amber. So we actually went down there, and her brother was redoing the apartment. And with a guy named Patrick. So it's Patrick and Jonathan. And we watched them redo that apartment. Like, they would go from screen to screen and redo it. And we became really good friends with them. I mean, really good friends with them. Yes, Casey, we hung out.
Absolutely.
Every night we were down there just trying to redo that apartment. And we were just, we actually found this cat in the wall in Morgan's apartment that was missing a right leg. And we named it. And we still, my ex still has the cat.
Herschel.
Yeah, Herschel.
That's
Anyway,
awesome.
You should have named like Pershel.
Personal. Love it.
yeah. So like, I went from there and I went through a little downtime in my life, and I went to Harrelson, and I went through more downtime in my life. But what always stayed the current was the Walking Dead family. No matter what I lost in my life, that was always there. And when COVID hit, I don't know. I'm a people person. That's why I do tours. I love people. And I couldn't manage to function without interaction. So I decided me and Kevin, we were doing another podcast, and we decided to do this one. So it was me and Dustin at first, and I added Casey, and then we got Steven, and then we added Dawn, and then it come to trifecta. And I've dedicated 10 years of my life to this show. And I know Steven's dedicated about 7 or 8 of yours, or 10, something like that.
Getting close to 10. You got me by about a year, I think.
Yeah. So I love y'all guys, and that's why I do what I do, is because of y'all. I've never done this before. Cindy Sumner is in the comments.
I see her.
Send her an invite to come in here. She's got a good connection. There's no reason she shouldn't. We're gonna let her say what she does and introduce herself, and then
cool.
But send her an invite over. But no, I mean, through all this stuff, I appreciate everybody. I lost a pretty good friend of mine, Pat, like I was talking about, and Jonathan. Both of them passed away. I got a clear tattoo. I was at Chick-fil-A the other day, and they said, girls like, well, your tattoo is really clear. I'm like, yeah, it is.
Really clear.
And, it is what it is. I mean, without this, I'd probably still be a janitor. No joke. I'd still be cleaning up behind teenagers. And this right here is just, it's a lot of fun. I mean, I love the high school. Don't get me wrong. I mean, a lot of people think janitor work sucked, and it did. But
it's custodian, Dick. Remember that quote?
Yeah.
From Half Baked.
The thing about it is, I knew a lot of those kids personally, and I helped them a lot, and I think sometimes looking back on that, I don't feel ashamed that I was a janitor. I mean, I helped a lot of them out, and a lot of them were abused. It came to me. They wouldn't talk to their teachers, but they came to me. So, like I said, I love you guys. I do. Is Cindy Sumner in here yet?
I sent her the link.
Come on, Cindy.
Hey,
Cindy.
What are y'all doing?
Oh, snap.
I know.
Little thing called podcast.
Casey guy, everybody's on.
I know, right?
Man.
Cindy's at the beach right now.
We all.
I am.
Are you at the beach? Nice.
Yeah. I am in Panama City Beach.
Okay, I was just in Daytona.
That's why I've got such a good signal.
Right.
We live down in the holler.
That's what I was about to say. If you was in the holler, I was about to say if you was in the holler, you wouldn't be getting through.
No, and bonus, Stephen. We lay down for a nap at about 2:00. I've been up about 15 minutes.
Well, there you go. There you go.
We are those people now. We're gonna get up and eat breakfast or go to dinner at 3:00. Early bird special, whatever.
Nothing wrong with it.
Right.
Then go to bed.
Cindy, tell us a little bit about yourself, honey. Tell us what you do for The Walking Dead, because you got me beat by years.
Hello, my name is Cindy. Y'all are crazy.
Crazy.
I know, but it's just, listen, we heard, and I tell this story, Stephen, you've heard it 10 million times. I love y'all. I just miss all of y'all. I'll be glad for the camp.
Amen.
They put in newspapers. I think they still do. Now, maybe I haven't looked in a long time, but it'll say we're closing down, Peachtree Street down to Martin Luther King Jr. for a made-for-television zombie movie. So to show everybody my age, when I read that, I thought George Romero. I'm going to Atlanta. I'm going to meet George Romero. So I had my husband take off from work, and here we hauled off to Atlanta so I could meet George Romero.
Amen.
We get down there and we didn't know none of these clowns, you know? And I'm thinking, well, all right then. Kind of like what happened, Jimmy, when we were down there for The Color Purple. You know, I'm looking at all these people saying, who the hell are who is this? Sorry, y'all.
Oh no, you cuss on here.
So that's what happened. Knew who Greg Nicotero was, but that's because he trained George Romero. You know, and he would come out and talk and, you know, just carry on with us because nobody knew. You know, it wasn't it was just another something being filmed here in Georgia.
Right.
So that's how I got into it. And that it turned out that was season 1, episode 2 that they were filming.
Wow.
So there we go. And then we realized that they were up in our neck of the woods, just there shortly after the rock quarry episode, you know. Then here they moved on up toward the woods and started following them around. I believe Jimmy Littlefield was one of the first people that I met there. Fell in love with Jimbo.
Right.
Then we met. I mean, you know, you can count, you know, the first couple of dozen people. I remember sitting out at filming and there only being 6 people. Jimmy was there. Yeah, I mean, you know, the actors would come up. They would come out there and just talk to us. You know,
I mean, that crap blew up overnight, really, as far as like stalking, because I can remember season 5. I went out to Griffin where they were filming at a mill, that scene with Daryl and Aaron. No, wait, no, I don't know. This was a different one. I don't know which one it was, but anyway, there was only, like you were saying, I pulled up and just kind of pulled over. And there was only like 8 people counting me and the person I was with out there. And next thing I knew, here come a Jeep, and it was Norman. He got out and just took pictures, signed stuff, and went on his way. And then, I went back to that church, Jimmy, the Sophia church, and the whole lawn, the whole yard, the whole field out there was just covered with people. They had garbage bags of stuff, man. And Norman stopped, and it was like a real apocalypse.
Yeah, it was stopped in the middle of the road, and he stopped traffic. It was
wow.
I remember, listen, Kim Pearson, you remember her, Jimmy? Kim Pearson and Rebecca. You know, Norman would stop. I remember he would give Kim Pearson, he'd bring candy bars. You know, just
he called them presents. He called.
That's what gets me tickled, because a lot of these people, they say, "Oh, we're the OG, we're the OG stalkers." My brain always says, "Okay."
Right.
Yeah,
I remember too. People used to play games with everybody. They'd be like, "Oh, no, nobody's gonna stop by here. Nobody's gonna stop by. Y'all can go over here. They're gonna stop over there instead." And you know what I mean? If you was an OG, you knew better. You was like, "Yeah, whatever."
Jimmy, do you remember when they were filming before? Stephen, and you may remember this. I know you will, because we rode through Alexandria. You know, when they started building over there.
Yeah.
Everybody that had been watching, we knew or had any inkling about the comic books, we knew that they were about to build Alexandria. So we rode through. Michael Jagers actually rode with me in my van. We had the door of the van open. We rode through, got out and took pictures. But you don't remember, before all that, they filmed the.
It was a pudding episode.
No,
the pudding house.
It was Michonne's backstory episode.
In those apartments,
in the Brownstones, right? And people was riding by saying, "Hey, what are they doing over there?" They had up a big green screen, you know. And I remember I told so many people, "Oh, hey, they're filming the new Spider-Man. We're just waiting on them to do the, you know, because the green screen." And they say, "Oh, okay," and just keep going, you know, right on by. So there was maybe 6 of us out there for that. Norman came to that and got out.
People there filming Weekend at Bernie's 3, and they'd believe me.
They remember they have that on one of the they put Weekend at Bernie's 3 on the side of one of their vans there.
That's why.
I remember that. And
Yeah, but you would, Stephen. I remember doing that so many times. Though, telling people, "Oh, hey, they're filming," and make something up. Because
Jimmy
people would drive by and say, "Are they filming The Walking Dead right there?" And we'd say, "What? No."
Right.
Jimmy tricked me one time. I ended up in the woods. I woke up with my jaw sore. I didn't know what was going on.
What'd you do,
I
Jimmy?
thought I was on the set of Deliverance. I was like, dang, man, Jimmy pointed me in the wrong set.
Ain't got
They're
nothing.
doing the remake of Deliverance out here.
What happened, Stephen?
I blocked it out mentally.
Right. Right.
Man.
Y'all crazy. So that's how, and the people, just like Stephen, Jimmy, Don, Kate, of course, Casey, it's yeah, right. When this show is over with, I can't even stand the thought. I
Right.
can't even stand the thought of it.
Right.
I just love you guys. I love everybody that I've met through the show. We're all broken in some kind of way, and I think that's how this show brought us all together. They're very
No doubt.
broken. But,
Very true.
Yeah.
yeah.
Very true. You ready for the camp?
Am I ready?
Yeah.
I'm never ready for the camp, but I am so excited. This is like
Right.
adult Christmas.
Right. Hey, I like that.
You get to go be with all the other weirdos who are just like you, and you can talk
That's
freely
true.
about, oh my God, the zombie apocalypse. It's all real, and
Right.
who did you have on your team? It's a lot of fun, man. I can't wait.
Right. No, that's how it was about Walker Stalker. I know it, like I said, I know it ended badly.
Yeah, but
was
it'll
such
never
a
take
cool-
away from the good parts of Walker.
Right.
Stalker. There
Yeah.
were
I had
good
some
parts
good
at the
memories
beginning.
and good
Oh,
photo
man.
ops.
Yeah, at the
So-
beginning, phew, you really can't. Walker Stalker went to poop poop, but man,
It was a
man,
great ship.
awesome.
We just lost the captain along the way.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
true. That is true, because it was
Yeah.
so much fun.
Right.
My goodness, it was so much fun, and it was the first. They were the first to put them all under one roof.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I think that's why I love the camp so much, because it still has that small convention atmosphere about it.
Yes.
You can still just talk to people.
Yep.
The celebrities. I love it. I just love it.
I agree. Yeah. So when Oscar and Casey, when they started camp, I definitely started coming just to support them and
Right.
support, because it was a lot smaller back then, and it's growing, and so excited to see them.
I
And they
know.
have an awesome lineup this year.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How's that blue couch doing, Jimmy?
Do what now?
How's that blue velvet couch doing?
As it always is, just sitting up there. Washing clothes. I got clean clothes on it. I got to fold them and put them away. But
That's the running theme tonight.
I know, right?
Laundry, the story of our life.
Clothes hanging behind me. I gotta exchange this shirt, get a bigger size.
Oh, hey, get that.
Hey, what size is that?
That's from Abraham's Army.
yeah, Chris is making those, Cindy.
Yeah, Chris sent me the wrong size, so I need to exchange it.
Chris, I'm gonna have to get me one, Jimmy.
Right, it's extra large.
He'll hook you up, Miss Cindy.
I love his shirts.
So we're going to talk about the webisodes tonight. Cindy, you going to stay on with us and talk about them?
I'm actually gonna jump off here, go make me a little adult drink, and go sit poolside.
We'll have fun.
Nice. You do that.
I love you guys. Thank you for adding me on.
Love
We
you too,
love you.
Cindy.
We'll see you in 8 days.
Yep, see you in a couple weeks.
Call me Stephen.
I will. I'll call you tomorrow.
We're
I
going
love
to
you guys. I'm gonna send you a whole slew of love as soon as I can get off here.
Woo!
All right, see you, Cindy.
All right, see you, Miss Cindy.
Yeah, Jennifer says she likes my shirt collection. Thank you. I've got a whole closet full of them.
You got on the best one tonight, though.
Right? Yeah, this is priceless right here.
Oh, yeah. You already get it signed.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I heard he's kind of not real good with fans, so I don't know. I'm a little nervous.
Charge charges too much for his autograph.
Yeah, he charges too much.
Mhm.
Ah.
I'm I'm put him in the woods or something weird.
And I was like, what? You did what?
Damn weirdo. Let's get this webisode thing rolling.
Let's do it.
Rock and roll.
So which one we starting with? I got notes.
I think the oath was first. Oh, I'm sorry, torn
these.
apart.
Look at the notes.
Was torn
I'm
apart first?
excited.
Dawn?
Torn apart would have been first.
Yeah, torn apart was first.
I think, or cold storage, one of the two.
I think it was this one.
Okay. So I ain't got many notes on that one.
Yeah. I'm saying I just got a lot of screenshots, and you guys, I could just kind of thumb through them. You guys tell me.
So yeah, I didn't make many notes in this. What I did look into though was all these webisodes, they were filmed out in LA.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they were filmed out in LA, but it was supposed to be Georgia. You know, they made sure to put it in your face that it was still in Georgia and Atlanta.
Sure.
And a lot of them was directed by Greg too.
Oh
Yes,
yeah.
I believe this one was.
Didn't it kind of remind you of like a little episode of Creep Show a little bit?
Ooh, a little bit. Yeah.
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 And you know, I think this is what we might get out of Tales. Oh Lord, Jimmy
You okay,
fell.
Jimmy? You okay, Jimmy? Jimmy, you all right? Jimmy,
Lay her down.
come here.
Jimmy, why ain't you
Helicopter
got your pants on, man?
How many fingers, man? How many fingers?
We told you about putting your pants on.
Right? Y'all,
Can
Jimmy's been using his thick soap. He just
It failed.
And his foursome, or what's it called? Oh Lord, he's having
What?
all kind of problems now.
what are you doing?
Continue the show. I'm just trying.
Oh, that's crazy.
Well,
Send help.
I'm just gonna leave it there. We're good.
Yeah,
Right.
you're good. That's a good angle of you, Jimmy.
Thank you.
So yeah, torn apart starts off with a lady in a car wreck, right? So
Mhm.
and then so she looks in her back seat. Her kids are gone, so she's panicking.
Mhm.
I forgot they had the shot of the helicopter, which that's kind of a running theme in The Walking Dead.
That darn helicopter.
Right, a darn helicopter. Now, granted, this is early. I mean, this is like almost day one, right? Of the
Yes.
Right. This
Apocalypse.
helicopter was making announcements and everything.
yeah. It was.
Eventually.
hmm And it's funny because she checks her phone, and that's a very old. It almost looks like one of those Blackberries, back in the day.
Mhm.
And I was thinking, when did the apocalypse happen? Is it 2010?
10? I think so. Isn't it?
Okay.
Yeah.
I just thought this phone was old. Maybe, I mean, that was 12 years ago.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know. At the time they started filming it could have been even earlier, or the
Right.
concept. You know what I mean? Like when they were
Right.
writing it and stuff. So they may have gotten old phones like that, older phones on purpose. I don't know.
I
Right.
think I remember one date when I was watching it said 2014.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought it was like real time. Like, what if it really started in 2010?
No, but I mean them filming it.
Oh, filming it. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, it definitely was. Yeah, that sounds right. Because there's definitely a few seasons in of the regular show. So as the girl's running down the street looking for her kids, she crosses this bike, and this kind of plays in later into the webisode.
Mhm.
Here she's just running. Oh yeah, and I took a screenshot of this because this just shows how quick this was, or how
Yes.
early into the apocalypse this is. I mean, this guy was,
So that was
cooking.
barbecuing.
Yeah, he's barbecuing, and as you can see, he's laying right there, right, hidden well behind the cooler. So we still haven't seen a walker, I think, at this point. So we're still not sure what's going on.
Now we do.
Yeah, then she comes across some walkers eating a victim. That was pretty cool. I like the makeup.
Yeah, they did a good job. They didn't hold back for the webisodes, and I mean,
Right.
well, when I was initially watching them, what got me looking to see if they were filmed in Georgia was I was thinking maybe they use some of the walkers, like they would shoot these webisodes around shooting episodes and use some of the walkers, a little overtime maybe or something.
Right.
But to have it to be out in LA and then produce these walkers out there for a webisode, they put a lot of detail into it.
Right.
Mike was in this one too, Michael Koski.
Was he?
Was
Okay.
he?
When she's leaving with the 2 kids.
Okay. I
He's
might
walking toward her.
Okay.
Yep. You see him, they go right to his face.
Oh, wow. So she runs indoors, somebody saves her.
I think it's her ex-husband or something.
And yeah, that's the impression I get. Yep.
Or baby daddy or something.
Baby daddy. And then I think this is his new wife, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. With the kids. And so he's trying to explain, he's been hearing the news, it's going down. Listen, I think he mentions the CDC. So, there's all these little hints and Easter eggs that plug into the main show. Then he has a roll-up carpet on the side, and you can see some blood, and you think they're dead, but all of a sudden you see it starting to move. I think is that the wife?
I think that's just some other characters.
Oh, just another. Okay.
Yeah, one of the things I noticed, that's the one note I have on this, is when that walker turned, when that girl turned, you got those eyes like Amy had.
It's exactly what it reminded me of. Amy.
Yeah, yep. And I missed that. I wish they would have continued on with that. We get more of that transformation with those eyes. Those eyes are haunting, man.
They are. They are.
They're like beautifully haunting. I mean, it's weird.
Right. But what was significant about this lady before she stopped is she had groceries and she's like running back home, I assume. And so again, it's just a reminder of how new, right, this apocalypse was happening. So yeah, she tries to give her mouth to mouth, and
oh Lord,
as we all know, you probably shouldn't do that to a walker. But it was new then. Nobody knew what was going on. So then, yeah, we're back at the house with the husband. I think he sees an intruder, or hears an intruder. See, this is why I thought it was the wife, because I thought this is the lady that was just got bit. Maybe
she was the one that was rolled up in the carpet.
Oh, that's right. You're right.
Yeah.
That's right. And then I guess here it just kind of flashes back to how that happened. Yeah. So the dad's in the basement looking for a gun, I think, at the point. And is he at the neighbor's house? Is that what the impression I got here? Where this is like a neighbor or something?
That's what I thought too. Yeah.
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 So he was a strange guy, and his family, I think, was already killed or bitten.
That's the one thing about all 3 of these that we watched. There was kind of like an older, kind of sketchy, crazy character in every one.
That was a common theme, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, he didn't want to live anymore because his family's dying. So yeah, he has him shoot him. And then we're back in the house. The lady or the zombie or walker is looking for the kids. So they're hiding in the closet. That was a scary shot right there. Yeah, I was trying to attack them in the closet.
They reminded me of Halloween.
Yeah, there you go. And she gets a little axe. Dad steps in and saves them. So he goes off to do something. I forget. What did he?
I think he's wanting to see if he can hotwire the car.
That's right. And it takes him a while.
And I don't think he's back.
Yeah, so then she goes ahead and just makes a run for it. And is that Savannah?
That's what I was thinking too. I think it is Savannah we hunt.
Because then, do you think did they fly her out to LA to film?
I don't know. Yeah, that's weird. I wonder if they did get some shots of just walkers.
That
here
is.
in Georgia.
Because I was like, that's got to be Savannah.
Well, when she used to sign for us, that was one of her screen prints, and I never could tell
Right.
from.
Because I don't.
Autograph.
Right. Because I don't remember that being in the regular show. I forgot it was in the webisode.
Fun fact: Savannah Weehunt was Carl's stunt double when he was really little as well, like season 2, running that area.
Right.
Yeah.
I heard like whenever Carl held a gun or something, like it was a close up, that was her arm because they didn't want him actually holding these props. Yeah, really cool. Savannah's really, really sweet.
Yeah, that's interesting because you wouldn't think with Koski and her. Like I said, though, they could have gotten shots of the walkers here in Georgia, like some of the up close shots.
Right, because that's her there. I was like, that has to be her.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Is that the tank walker next side of her that was back there in the other picture?
This right here?
Yeah. Is there any way you can zoom into that walker? Because I'm trying to look at it on my computer screen at the same time.
Yeah. I don't know if I can. Not for this view.
Does that look like the tank walker to y'all guys?
Maybe. You mean the same actor or the same character?
It might be the same. They might have filmed it around the same time, but that definitely is Savannah. I'm just trying to put my finger on who that guy is. I think it looks like the tank walker to me.
Might be.
I don't know. Yeah.
Let me know, guys, if that's the tank walker.
So yeah, they're running down the street.
She gets bit.
She gets bit. Yeah, that's right. The quality of these webisodes were a little they weren't quite HD back then, so that's why everything seems to be a little fuzzy. But yeah, she gets bit, tells the kids to keep going, gives them the gun.
Tells them to run to the concession stand or something.
Yeah. And then they catch up. And this is very George A. Romero right here, this scene, because they just rip her apart, basically. And I saw someone in the comments ask if this was Bicycle Girl. And there's the answer. So you can see time passes. And that's how the Bicycle Girl was made.
Now, is that Melissa, you think?
I wonder. I
mean, they could be a prosthetic or Melissa.
Right.
I don't know. I really don't.
Yeah, because I thought they had a animatronic too of the up.
They did.
Remember shot back in 2015, they had a torso up there.
Yes, it was at Walker Stalker Con.
Yeah. So that might be the same thing.
That's what I'm wondering, because it doesn't look like her. You know what I mean?
It doesn't really. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
You can really tell Melissa's features,
right?
Even through the cosmetics.
Yeah,
and then they have her crawl off. So yeah, this is the origin story of Bicycle Girl. Really cool.
It is awesome. If you haven't watched it out there, you need to watch it. It's really good.
And I found these all on YouTube. I think pretty much is YouTube where you can find these. I think that's where they originally aired.
Yeah, and you rewatching them, Bicycle Girl one used to be one of my favorites, but the other two, I kind of like them just as much when I rewatched it.
Right, right. Cool. So, do we want to do another one?
Yeah, go for it.
Pull.
Which
one do you want to do?
Cold storage.
Dude, this one's good. This one's creepy.
This made me think of Merle.
I know.
Yeah, I know. I was wondering, is it the same rooftop?
Well, this one was most definitely filmed in LA. But
okay.
I was thinking that, I mean, when I first watched this back in the day, I always had the mindset that was the same rooftop. Now, I don't know if it's, they made sure to pick a building, because the building, when they look off to the side, it does look like the Norfolk Southern building.
Right. When they actually go to the other side to look at the storage unit. Yeah. I thought the same thing. I thought this was funny. The guy actually wins a $5,000 lottery.
Yeah.
But he can't cash it in. Felt bad for him, man.
That sounds like me right there.
Right? Yeah. Reminds me of that a song, Ironic, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, they're just overlooking. Doesn't really explain their origin, but you just get that they're just two guys, just survivors looking for supplies. They see the storage unit and they want to check it out to see if they can find some supplies there. And this is rough, as a parent, just seeing you know, missing signs of kids, right? This is heartbreaking.
Mhm.
And somebody wrote yes in blood. That was a little creepy.
Yeah, that was.
Mm-hmm. And so yeah, this guy finds an urn and he's like, "Oh, grandma."
He reminded me of like the long lost Dixon brother, like
Right? He was
the
like,
older
yeah,
Dixon brother.
totally. And I wish I could get a better clip of this, but that was some pretty cool prosthetics where they just bashed this walker here. So yeah, I'm surprised he got bit so easily. You know what I mean? Because you
Yeah, it was fast.
got the impression he was a very seasoned guy battling these walkers, but he got taken out pretty quick. I was a little surprised by that. So the other guy runs into the storage unit. He's running around and he gets saved by this guy who works at the storage unit.
Yeah, he had red flags all over him, man.
Totally.
Like I didn't remember really what happened because it's been so long. I've only watched it once.
I did. Yeah, this was creepy. This one creeps me out, man.
I didn't remember, but I remember thinking this time I was like, man, that dude's a perv. Like,
right. So yeah, he so the owner, right, he doesn't want him there. So this guy that works there, he's like, "Hey dude, you can't stay here. You know, here's some supplies. You know, get on out of here." So the survivor guy here is just looking through the storage unit, and it's cool because, you know, the guy that works there says it was owned by this police officer. And as he's digging through a box, we see what exactly this police officer was or who it was.
And I'm like, is that Dawn there at the end?
Oh, right here. Like, oh.
Like she could have went
Dawn
and been a cop. I'm just putting a theory out there.
Talking about Officer Dawn from the hospital.
Cible. But he would have recognized her.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. But Jennifer asked if that guy was the guy from Silence of the Lambs. I don't know, but when I saw him, BJ, I was like, man, that guy looks so familiar. So I looked into it, and where I recognized him from was he was in The Fugitive. He was one of the other marshals.
Oh, yeah.
And he was an agent. He plays an agent in a lot of things. So he was in Final Destination, and he's in like every Rob Zombie film.
Oh, nice.
And it's like he always plays like a police officer or an agent. So I don't know if he was in Silence of the Lambs. I didn't see it
on there.
I mean, I just wrote down the ones that I knew I recognized him from.
Gotcha.
So how did the photo album get there?
Yeah, I mean, the photos in the show was such a main focal point that they probably, you know, he put together that they had gone because of the photos.
Right, because Lori had a photo album when they were at the camp.
Right. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of weird, like the photos of all things, maybe one or two, but a whole album like that, you know, it's a little weird.
Right. To be put in storage.
Now, let me ask you a question. Did they actually at the camp, did they leave them there on accident?
I think they did, but how would they get there? Because it seems so early. I don't know.
I don't know either.
What do you mean? At the storage unit?
No, he's saying at the camp. Did somebody bring them there? Is that what you're saying, Jimmy?
Yeah, when they left them at the camp, somebody picked them up, took them to the storage unit.
Well,
oh no, that couldn't have been it because they said he rented out. They said it was rented out by him.
Rented out the storage unit.
That just don't make no sense, man. Huh.
Maybe they were already fighting, and Rick
knew out. He was being a crap whore and like went out and did.
Okay, let's put a twist. Maybe it was Shane's locker.
He had.
Dang!
Now you're talking.
He just sits in there and goes through the album like.
That's creepy, but I like it.
Him and that guy BJ that watches the cameras.
Right. So yeah, I think he hears some noise, so that's why he's looking, you know, down the hallway. Yeah, and BJ, right, adds to his weirdness, right? He's watching the monitors. He's he's like watching TV.
Like it's TV.
Right? It's like he's watching The Walking Dead, you know.
Well, he is.
He is, yeah, he is. He's watching some I think there was like some survivors. There was like 2 people here trying to, get in, and they get surrounded by some walkers. It's crazy. Oh yeah, so BJ, the weird guy who works there, sends the other survivor to go like turn on the generator, because and so he goes downstairs to do that because the other survivor just wants to get a truck and drive off. So the guy working there kind of talks him into it to trade, and he gets him here. This was cool because the lights are going off and on. It was good scene. I liked it. And we come to find out in the next scene, we find out that this is another worker.
Correct.
Another employee of the storage unit. Right? And it's funny because earlier he says, I thought I shot him. And you almost get the impression he meant just as a walker, but it leads you to believe that he was really saying I shot him when he was a human.
Well, I almost think he shot them all because
he most definitely did.
Totally. He totally did.
Yeah.
So
you know what would have been really cool if they had Aaron Paul play that character, and his name
it kind of looks like Oh, that'd be cool.
Not directly mention it, but just have Aaron Paul play him and have him named Jesse, and just be like, let people run wild with it. You know what I mean?
Right, like how they had the blue meth and
yeah,
that'd have been cool. That'd have been cool. So yeah, he tricks him into taking that walker out, and then he ends up shooting him. It never explained how he survives getting shot. Did y'all?
I know that shot. Look,
it grazed his head, kind of like Daryl with Andrea.
Oh, I did see the blood, but wow,
it looked like a death shot to me when I first saw it. I thought, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I thought he was gonna have like a body armor on that he got from the locker,
Oh yeah,
but yeah, so he gets shot point blank and just miraculously stood up.
These people are horrible shots and all.
I know, right?
And there's his friend.
There's his buddy. He looks just like Merle right there.
Yeah.
I mean, how would you react if you saw your friend? I mean, that would be really weird.
Oh, super weird.
Oh, if it was one of y'all, I'd keep you as a pet, man.
Right.
No,
I'd feed you and everything.
Anytime I keep me as pet.
You feed us some chickens.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I'll get y'all the good stuff, that Angus meat.
Right.
Wow.
So yeah, here's where this webisode just takes a complete turn. Where the guy that works there comes out of this storage unit and he's like getting dressed, and you're like, what in the world could be going on? So the guy goes to investigate, and he's got another coworker pinned up in that room.
Yeah,
horrible.
And it got dark quick.
Got dark real quick. That was horrible, man.
Yeah, I think that's why I never really watched these episodes, and I think that's why I never did.
Gotcha.
Oh, whatever, Jimmy.
No,
I'm just teasing.
I mean, not about today, but that's why I stopped watching them in the first place.
This one? Yeah, this one got pretty dark quick.
Yeah, that's I feel you, Jimmy. There's stuff that I don't like watching too like that, but it wasn't, I mean, I don't know.
It didn't show anything.
Right, no, it didn't show anything.
Insinuated, and that was enough for me. I kind of bailed out.
Right. But I mean, I definitely think it's a great story to be told because,
that guy's like the governor from Wish. Man.
Yeah, it's like he may have.
From Wish.
Yeah, because there's weird, and then there's he uses apocalypse to take advantage, and you know what I mean, like.
Well, like it's let the true him out. The
yes,
did.
Yes.
So. And I mean, he had a great idea. That's a great place to hold up, man. If I was thinking that, I was like, man, and if somebody could get a real big storage unit, like you could really fortify that thing.
Right. And it was climate controlled, right? So he
had
food and yeah.
Well, how long do you got before the power runs out anyway? Not unless you have backup generators.
He said he had 3 generators.
But once you run out of gas, that's a done deal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to really start researching from the beginning on how to make alternative fuels.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
had to have Eugene there.
Yeah, and I like the use of I didn't take screenshots of all of it, but I like the use of the security cams in this episode.
Mm-hmm.
I think it
And then
really
it kind of made me think, is that box truck the one?
Oh, that's
Yeah,
what
I was wondering that.
that's
Yeah.
in my notes too.
I was wondering, is it the box truck that the group uses? Yep.
Yeah, that's in my notes as well because I thought the same thing. I mean, we were talking about them being on that rooftop, and that's around the area. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So
Yep.
it could be the same rooftop.
Mm-hmm. It was that Merle vibe.
Yep, exactly. So yeah, pretty much when they were having that little standoff, the guy with the gun distracted him and she went behind him and cut his head off. They didn't show it, but that's what's insinuated. And they just put his head on the screen and on the table so he can watch his TV still. It's a little weird.
He got what he wanted.
You got
Yeah.
it.
You got right.
Yeah.
But no, definitely a happy ending. But for such a dark episode there towards the end. Yeah, what do you guys think? I like this one. This is one of my favorite ones. I
The Oath
remember
is
this.
my favorite.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember this one.
Yeah, I liked it better the second time around. I don't think I appreciated it as much the first time I watched it way back in the day.
What's
Right.
in the comments saying? What are they thinking about the episodes?
They're just kind of chiming in here and there. I don't know if everybody probably didn't watch them with us. Y'all got to go watch them though.
Yep. Laura mentions look like Twilight Zone images, and I definitely could get a Twilight Zone vibe, especially this episode.
Good night, Laura. Yeah, she said she's
night,
heading
Laura.
out.
Yeah, Maria, I don't know. There's probably 6 episodes. As you can see here, this was like all of them combined into one. So
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not very long.
Yeah, they're not long at all.
They're combined. Let's see. They range from like 17 minutes to 22 minutes.
Right. As a whole.
As a whole, yeah.
Right.
So you're basically watching a short episode of something, a 30-minute episode.
Right. Right. Do we want to do that last one, or
we can save
Y'all want to do it, or you want to save it?
Save it?
Yeah, save it for next week.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Also, I noticed in that one, did somebody already bring it up? The main character, he had a machete, you know what I mean? A lot of the time, and it never showed the handle. And I was wondering, was that supposed to be the same machete too? That's in Red Machete and in the show,
right? Yeah, I don't know, but definitely Red Machete. Yeah,
right. Yeah.
So yeah, for next week, we'll definitely go over the Oath. So if you get a chance, all the listeners, go on YouTube.
There's the Red Machete one too.
Yeah, y'all want to do Red Machete?
Yeah,
I like that one.
That one's good. The Oath is in 3 parts, and I think they're like 5-6 minutes a piece. So
yeah, it's actually one of the shortest ones, I think.
Mm-hmm. And it's good, and then the quality's better. Like you can tell, production.
It's got a good actor in it too. It's got old Wyatt Russell, Kurt Russell's son, that went on to play
Winter Soldier, right?
That's right. Yeah, he played the fake Captain America pretty much.
Yep.
But he was also in Lodge 49, which is a great show, a Georgia production. Anybody ever seen Lodge 49?
I hadn't seen
on
that.
AMC. It's great.
I hadn't seen that. Did you know who the lady was in it? The older lady? Did you recognize her?
She looked familiar, but I couldn't pin her down.
My wife called it when I was watching it today. She's the girl from Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh, for real?
Seymour's girl. So yeah, for all you older listeners who may know what the Little Shop of Horrors is, yeah, that's her. I was like, oh man, yeah, she called it. I IMDb it just to make sure. It definitely was.
That Wyatt Russell guy, he was also in a movie with Austin Emilio called Everybody Wants Some. Have y'all ever heard of that?
Is that the one that's kind of like Dazed and Confused?
It's supposed to be in the same universe as Dazed and Confused. It's supposed to be a comedy, but it's a pretty terrible movie. I'll tell you that right now. I wouldn't put it on your list.
Right.
Confused now.
Huh?
I love Dazed and Confused.
Yeah, no,
Oh, yeah,
I went
that's
into
classic.
it. Well, I went into it and I was like, hey, it's Austin Emilio. You know what I mean? And I liked Wyatt Russell, and it was supposed to be a continuation of the story, but with different characters. I don't know. It was something weird, but it was not anything like Dazed and Confused. It had that same vibe, but it was not funny. It was not clever, charming. It didn't have any of those qualities.
Right.
Oh, all right. Isn't it?
No,
All
I
right.
didn't get none of that.
Yeah, Christy, we'll post links for next week. That's a good idea.
Yep.
One more Monday, and we'll be at the camp.
Woo! I'm ready.
Didn't we discuss the camp weekend? We're not going to have a show because we're going to be live from the camp.
Yeah, I say
That
we
will
say
be
that.
Memorial Day, Monday.
Memorial Day, we won't be here. We'll be traveling back home.
Right.
Yeah.
30 minutes away, but it's all good.
So that would be what, the 31st? Is that what?
I think so.
Yeah, I
so
think so.
that-
Yeah.
Not this Monday coming, but the next Monday. We won't.
Right.
Yep.
Right. The 30th.
Be. Is it the 30th? Yeah.
Yeah. That's Memorial Day. So yeah, we'll definitely be traveling. I know Don, I think you will be too.
I'll be traveling.
Yeah, right.
20
20 minutes.
It's 31 minutes. Thank you.
I got
I
8.5 hours.
I know you got me beat, Don. Whew. That's a drive.
Oh, which one of these episodes did they keep bringing up Cynthiana? Was that the cold storage one?
You're right. One of them they did.
I think
can't
it was
remember.
cold storage. I think they kept referencing that's where the dude was trying to get to.
Yes.
Cynthiana,
Gotcha.
Kentucky. Yeah, I
Yep.
thought that was pretty cool.
Yep. He was gonna go get his Rick stand up because Don stole it.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, in the comic, like Rick was from Kentucky.
Yeah,
right?
in the comics, that's where it began. In the comics,
yeah.
he was
Yes.
in Cynthiana, Kentucky. They used the buildings to even make the drawings and everything, and then
Mhm.
he made his way to Atlanta from there.
Right.
Right.
Why did he go to Atlanta in the comics? I never read that.
Probably because the CDC, right?
Yeah, same thing, and it was,
Was
the
it the
closest.
CDC?
Well, it was the closest, like really big city to him. Yeah,
gotcha.
like really big city. Like he probably had like other small cities, like Chattanooga, Knoxville, Nashville, and stuff like that, and places up in Kentucky. But as far as like a metropolis kind of big city, I think in the comics it was just that was supposed to be the safest place because it was so big.
Gotcha. Maybe the military presence because I don't remember
Yeah.
the CDC being mentioned in the comics.
I don't either. Yeah, I don't remember much about
Yeah,
CDC getting
because pretty
mentioned there.
much the first season is just like the comics, except for that CDC entrance.
It seemed a lot like how Romero used to do it. They made it seem like the big cities were going to be the safest. You know what I mean? And
Right.
in reality, it's probably going to be the most dangerous because that's where you got the most people.
Right. When you have a virus that spreads that fast, yeah, it's
Right.
definitely not the best place to be in.
Yeah.
On another note, the guy, what was his name? Chase, he kept saying he had to get to his sister that she was going to Washington and her name was Deanna.
Oh,
No, I didn't catch that.
I didn't catch
I mean,
that.
I caught him talking about his sister, but I didn't catch the name.
Yeah, he said
Yeah.
Deanna, but I can't remember. I mean, I don't know if it's
Who's
her.
Deanna?
The interesting little tidbit.
That is interesting.
All right,
Nice.
guys. You want to go over sponsors?
Yeah.
We can.
And a big shout out to our sponsors, Walking Dead Tours and Events, AutoWrapsPlus.com, Water Tower Tours, Abraham's Army, The Camp, Survive the Night, Horror Nation, and Walking Dead is freaking amazing. And we'd like to thank of our patrons for supporting the show. And if you would like to support the show, just go to patreon.com/thedeadtruth.
How much is Kevin charging for voiceovers, man? Everybody should get Kevin to do a voiceover.
No,
That's
right.
beautiful. That's beautiful.
Yep.
And guys, don't forget, we are sponsoring the scavenger hunt at the camp, the Dead Truth Podcast. So we will have a booth set up to come and get the list. You can pick it up on Friday. I think we're going to be there in the afternoon, and you have Sunday till noon to turn it in. And there'll be first, second, and third place prizes.
Ooh.
And there's no cost to do the scavenger hunt. No
So,
event.
so what you're saying? Any questions they have at all? Just message Dawn, right?
And one of the prizes is to be a guest on our show. So
What?
yeah.
Ooh, I hope I win. Oh wait.
All right,
That'll
guys.
be fun. And I think the first prize is what? 2 tickets to the camp for fall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's an awesome prize.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah.
Yeah, be there. Anybody got any last sayings or anything?
Any last words, y'all? Jimmy sounds like he's about. I'm like looking behind me, making sure
I know,
Jimmy
right?
doesn't send somebody over here.
There's a machete behind you.
Yeah,
I do got a red handled machete somewhere in this
Jimmy's watching me on the security cameras like old
I got my
BJ.
axe over here, making sure my axe is still there.
house. I do got a red handled machete. I just don't know where it is. I really don't.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Till next time. See you.
Have a good night. Thank
All
you
right,
all.
thank you.
Appreciate it.